Executive Chef Joseph Schutze. Welcome to our kitchen. Today I'd like to share with you my recipe for a chocolate covered toffee with crushed pecan. Join me now, I'll show you how it's prepared. The first thing we're going to do is have 2 cups of butter and 2 cups of sugar into a saucepan. I have it heating over medium-high heat. At this point, we're going to just let the butter melt and the sugar dissolve, stirring it occasionally. Now we have our butter melted and the sugar and butter is cooking. As you can see how it's caramelizing a bit here, is coming up. That's the sugar. So at this point, I'd like to add 1.5 teaspoons of sea salt. Give it a gentle turn. You want to go easy with this because all the sugar at the bottom, as you see, it's cooking. It's essentially turning into syrup at this stage, and the fat from the butter is separated. It's still on top. It has not incorporated yet. Then we need to take our candy thermometer and then check our temperature on this. The candy thermometer is a must for making this or hardtack candies, things of such. So our objective here is we want to reach 285 degrees Fahrenheit, and as it gets hotter, probably around 275 or so, you will see the color change. It'll start to get brown, and that's basically the beginning of your caramel. Here we are at 270 degrees Fahrenheit, 272. You can see the color already changing. So at that point, I like to turn the heat down a little bit to medium, and then I stir a little bit. And at this point, all I'm doing is looking for the color that I want. Here we are getting the nice color. I'll give it about 5 more seconds. Okay, here we are. At this point, we're going to transfer it to a sheet pan lined with parchment paper or silicone mat. Okay, here we are, 285 degrees Fahrenheit. We will pour our toffee, well, caramel at this point, into our sheet pan lined with parchment. Take a offset spatula in order to smooth it out. Try to make it uniform thickness all over. You're gonna wanna work quick with this because it will begin, the second it comes out, it's already cooling and it will start setting up on you pretty quickly. Chocolate. Spread a single layer across everywhere that you can. Give it a few moments to set and start melting. Now that we've got that spread, let us finish off with our crushed pecan. And what I like to do, once I have a nice equal amount all over, I will then shake it just a tiny bit. Careful because the sheet pan will get hot as the toffee transfers the heat. Now that we have everything there, we will take it to a nice cool place for it to set. I recommend letting it set for 6 to 8 hours to ensure that the toffee hardens. Well, here we are. After 8 hours of cooling our toffee, we had broken down into manageable pieces. The way I recommend breaking down is either using your hands or a knife or maybe even a bench scraper. Whichever way is most comfortable for you, then please have at it. And that's it for toffee. Now I have a few takeaways that I'd like to point out. One being the temperature. 285 degrees Fahrenheit, or roughly 140 degrees Celsius. Do not be in a hurry to get to that temperature. Do not rush this. Medium heat to medium high. Do not exceed that, and let the caramel cook until you achieve your desired temperature. Number 2, don't multitask. Stay focused on this project. Once you get it on the stove, stay with it, and stay efficient with it. I like to think of making caramel or toffee as treating it like it were hot lava. A hot lava flow comes out very, very hot, but the exterior will cool relatively rapidly. Hot to your finger touch, but in terms of sugars and caramels, it's not too hot in that language. And probably the final thing is, this is just my basic one. Feel free to get creative with it. This one has a nice meltable chocolate on it, dark chocolate, and with crushed pecans. Feel free to use, pistachio and coconut shavings. Infuse bourbon with the caramel. Smoked sea salt, as I used in this. Anything. It's whatever combination you want to use. Feel free to do it. Well, that's it. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you enjoy it. And please feel free to leave some comments and any questions. Jo, het wil jij?